Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 70. I'm a Stratofortress. That's right, I'll be 52. Actually, I am 52 as of today. Some of y'all may know today is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. We may or may not have anybody on. I'm late, but I'm early. When I made the episode today, I did not realize I had it set for 8 o'clock and not 8:30. So instead of making you guys wait 20 minutes, thinking that, well, what the hell's going on, I went ahead and we're going to go ahead and get going. So let's go ahead and take a look at what some of the messages say. Dave Hall in extra early at 6:35 Central Standard Time. Actually, Central Daylight Time. It says UB52, happy B52 day. Yes. Reese says, love the title pun. Good evening, y'all. Hissy Cat's in the house. What's up, peeps? Or sup, peeps, to be pedantic. And says, I'm fighting the urge to start building plastic scale models again. I have a few 1/72 scale kits on my shelf. Well, the great thing about 1/72 scale is that it is roughly 20 millimeter, and 20 millimeter really works well for a lot of different games that we may or may not be talking about tonight. Chuck says, evening gamers, evening Chuck. Hissy Cat responds with hola. Reese says, are they ground or air, Hissy? Says tanks, planes, ships, whatever. 1 tank, 3 aircraft, and a ship. Outstanding. The 1/72 planes make great air support for 28 millimeter games. Yes, they do. Build. And we got Casey in the house. You're coming on live. I didn't realize that I messed up my timing today. So I set it for 8 and not 8:30. So.
Well, that's easier for me.
Yeah. So I'm just running through the text messages. I had a lot of messages even before we even went live. So true, they're cheap and can get my skills back. There you go. I picked up a Spitfire model from Airfix today on sale for $6. Ooh, outstanding. Chuck says, same, half dozen never started armor World War II and about 15 other AFVs that need restoration. Reese says, we obviously are very helpful. As he says, cool. Reese says, I use 1/35 scale kits and figures for 90% of my gaming. And I'm thinking of adding that as content to my channel. That'd actually be pretty good. I'm looking for, I'm actually looking to get back into making content on my channel. I've been very lazy lately. I'll work up to 1/35. Those are 1/35 scale models are big. They are really, really big. Chuck says the models are a low priority, though. Reese says, do it. Hissy says, not Jay kind of inspired me with his ships. Oh, outstanding. Chuck says, same, but inspiration was to go deep into miniatures. I got a 3D printer for minis. They will follow soon. Outstanding. He's inspired me to revisit my own homemade rules. Very good. As he says, cool. World War II mini rules, and says era ambiguous sniper duel rules. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool, Reese. Neat. Solo. Haven't decided yet, but would love to figure out how to make it solo. And then Hissy Cat says, happy birthday. Thank you. We don't need you tonight. We're doing fine. Obviously, you are.
He's referring to me that I don't need to be here, so goodbye.
Rome, if you want to, B-52 lyrics. There you go. Build a 1/72 B-52 from Monogram, no longer in existence. That would be a big damn model. I think I had a 1/72 B-36, and that thing was gargantuan. Bunkhouse in the house says, dang, I missed the beginning. You started early tonight? Yeah, like I said, just as I came on at 8:10, when I set the time tonight, I set it for 8 and not 8:30 like I normally do, and apparently, yeah. So that's what happens when you get old. Uh, Chuck says been using Armor and Infantry War Game rules. War Games Research Group, June 1973. I think I've got a PDF of those. It's all wonky jawed and bad scans, but oh well. Chuck also says happy birthday, thank you. And Dave Hall says I also had a B-36. Outstanding. Yeah, that thing's a big airplane all the way around in real life and the model. My understanding is that there were walkways through the wings that allowed the flight engineer to crawl out to each of the 6 piston engines to work on them while in flight. It's just crazy to me. It's crazy. Anyway, so I also got a copy of Angriff. Next time Micro Armor comes out, we'll try Angriff rules. There you go. 148th B-17 was the big side, but I never built it. That's a shame. I had the 148th monogram B-17, but I only built half of it. The fuselage was split vertically, and what I did is I built the port side of the aircraft, wings, engines, all that. And we got Warmut in the house.
What's up?
We're talking about models, like your old style models.
What? 148 B-17 was the biggest I had, but I never built it.
And then I built in all of the interior parts, but didn't put the starboard side of the fuselage or wings or anything on, and used it as part of a visual aid for a book report I did on the squadron book for the B-17. So, you know. I said I built the B-17 with 909 decals. My dad has it now hanging from his ceiling as we speak.
Cool.
Very cool. Very cool. So what have I been doing? Well,
Star Wars.
What?
Oh no, it'd be your ships.
Yeah, Todd. Well, I'm gonna bring up what Todd has done to me. Todd introduced us to this game here, Fast Drive Football. It's a dice rolling game, and basically, long story short, you take 3 dice, you roll them, and you figure out on the chart what's happening, and you play a football game. And it's not a play-by-play type of situation. It's you're rolling for an entire drive, so you're looking at the results for the drive and not necessarily the results of a single play. And you can finish a full game in 20-30 minutes. And the website has like all the NFL teams from 1950 to 2021. So you could replay all of the different seasons if you wanted to. And they've got a fast decision chart. So you can just get a winner or a loser based off different stats that teams have. So what I've done, they also have the American or the Alliance of American Football. If anybody remembers the old AAF, I say old, from 2019. It lasted not even a full season. But it did have a team from San Antonio being my home city. That was exciting to me. We had our own football team. Yay, go team. And they were pretty good. So I got the teams. I figured out what the schedule looks out for that season, and I'm replaying the season. It's pretty cool. So on top of that, I have decided with the game Con Sonar. I was originally going to do 1/3000th scale, but I've changed my mind. Hold on one second. I changed my mind, and I'm going to do 1/2400th scale. Just because the ships are a little bit bigger. And to show you what I'm talking about here is in 1/3000th scale, this is hold on one second. Okay, so in 1/3000th scale, this is the size of a Typhoon class Soviet missile sub. It is roughly 2 3/8 inches long, 2 1/4 inches long. This is the same ship in 1/2400th scale. A tad bit bigger. So I've decided to go with 1/2400th, and which makes it 2 7/8 inches. And the reason I did that is that the small details come out a lot better. So here is the Los Angeles class sub. As you can see, the sail, dive planes, and the rudders actually are look a lot better than what they did on the smaller scale one. Now I could have gone to 1/2000th scale, but that would have made the Typhoon like almost 3.5 inches long. So, but I'm working on putting together a scenario for J3 beginning of next month. So I'll be getting. If anybody remembers in Red Storm Rising, where the 3 Los Angeles class subs go in and fire the cruise missiles on the Soviet air base, and they're rushing out to get away. I'm working on a scenario that basically replays that event. So Dave Hall says Cold Harbor Day 1864. All right. McMurray's in the house saying Hexy sniffs farts.
Hey, McMurray. Hex to Hex, what are you doing?
Hissy Cat says gummy subs. Not quite.
Oh.
McMurray is a little bit closer with they look like Jolly Ranchers. Yeah, because they are solid. So still not candy. It'll hurt you if you eat them. Also, McMurray and I and Chad got together this last Sunday, and we played Ocean Thunder. And for the first time ever in the history of Ocean Thunder, we played with aircraft. And there's some work to be done. That's we got some play testing to do. We got some things to figure out on it. But all in all, I think we all had fun. I let Todd and McMurray play, and I GM'd it. So that's coming along nicely. Again, I think. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Again, I think that having somebody close by and is as excited about World War II naval combat as I am, and these 1/6000 scale ships has really got got me churning to continue working on the rules. So my hat's off to Mr. McMurray as we get ever closer to actually having these rules ready to go. What I'd like to have happen is to have an actual product ready to go by March to Victory 2023. Speaking of which, we're going to be jumping around all over the place tonight, as I am wont to do from time to time. Speaking of which, remember we've got 2023 March to Victory. It's the last full weekend of March, and we've got several different events leading up to that because we're looking to raise some money to help defray the cost of getting the place for us to go. And it's going to be in the same location it was last year. I believe it's going to be the same price. They've already locked that in. So we're looking to, get that money beforehand. So any money that's collected through registration and merch purchases, etc., all goes toward the following year. So we do have Battles and Brews coming up at the end of July. And then after that, we've got Wiley Wargaming Weekend, I believe, sometime in October. And then late this year during the winter, we're looking to do late fall, winter time frame. We're looking to do Snow Brawl. Hissy says, good luck in completing the rule set. Thank you. Hexy needs a style consultant. Just saying. Well, I mean,
Look at that thing.
It's a choice.
Tip over.
It's a choice. He did run a marathon a couple of weeks ago. He came in third. His stomach came in first.
My boobs were second.
So he filled the podium, as it were. So Ocean Thunder is coming along nicely. Been having a lot of fun with it. For surface combat, I mean, it is locked in. That I think there's really nothing more that needs to be done, considering surface to surface combat with gunnery and torpedoes. Aircraft rules, we gotta hammer out a little. But I think that'll. I'm wanting to change some things a little bit. I'm not exactly happy with how the aircraft rules are working right now, but it's going to be an epiphany moment. It's going to be shower thoughts, and it's going to be, bam! Oh, that's what's going to do it. Which is really how this entire, the entire game has gone. It's like, okay, how do we do this? How do we do this? How do we do this? And then all of a sudden, a moment of clarity, half the time in the shower, half the time in the middle of the night, I wake up from a dead sleep. Oh, that's it. And used to have a pad and pencil, pad of paper and pencil next to my bed. Now I've just got the phone to jot notes down. So there it is. But yeah, I'm hoping to have a product available, actual PDF downloadable by March of next year. Fingers crossed. It's got a lot of work to do to get it there, but I hope we can make it happen. So we'll see. Not sure, but we'll keep on going. Some other stuff. So, quick poll: How many of y'all have watched the new Kenobi series so far? Was there another one that came out today?
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I came home with a huge freaking headache and took a nap before showing up here.
I didn't get to it either.
So, I'll probably catch it either. I'll probably catch it tomorrow. So, but who has watched it so far? At least the first 2 episodes. I no spoilers at all because I hate that. It has not been out long enough for me to, just go at it. But I have enjoyed it. I know that there's been a lot of. I'm just gonna say it. I dislike a vast number of Star Wars fans. They are, and a lot of them are what I would call new Star Wars fans, because they're not original Star Wars fans like Warmutt and me. They don't remember having to wait from 1983 to 1999. 16 years before seeing anything new, and
Yeah.
so I'm not the Ewok movies don't count.
That was sorry.
I'm not saying it's because they're Ewoks. I'm saying because they were just trash. But yeah, that just and people that think that Disney has ruined Star Wars. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Shut up. If Disney ruined Star Wars, we wouldn't have Rogue One, we wouldn't have the Mandalorian, and we wouldn't have Bad Batch. We wouldn't have season 7 of the Clone Wars. So yeah, they can go hang themselves. Hissy Cat says, "Have you thought to sell it on Amazon's KDP?" Honestly, I have not. I haven't even gotten that far yet, Hissy. When I get closer to time, I will definitely be looking at what my options are. Reese says, I have, but not episode 3. Dave Hall says, I have not seen it yet. Buckhead says, not yet. I haven't even watched the first season of Mandalorian yet. Oh, dude.
Go watch
Bunkhouse. Absolutely. Keep watching here. But as soon as we're done here, go if you are not already subscribed to Disney Plus, go subscribe yourself to Disney Plus. Watch those 16 episodes of The Mandalorian season 1 and season 2. Don't binge watch it though. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but my suggestion is don't binge watch it. Don't watch it just one episode right after the another. If you can, and I'm not saying you need to, spread it out over 16 weeks like the rest of us did. Well, 8 weeks, then a year and a couple months, and then another 8 weeks. Maybe one a day, maybe one every other day. But don't just watch it one after another. Savor it. Just watch the episode and just appreciate the greatness that you're getting. Monkhouse says those problematic quote fans are part of the reason I got tired of Star Wars after having grown up with it, because my mom was a huge fan of the OT and expanded universe novels. It's on my list of things to watch. Don't worry. Good to hear. I'm a gargantuan Star Wars fan. And I've said this before, when my wife and I, along with my brother and his family, went down to Disney World and got to Galaxy's Edge and started geeking out because we saw an A-Wing and we saw an X-Wing, and then we turned the corner and saw the Millennium Falcon. I will not be bashful and say I literally had tears in my eyes. Got to see Chewbacca walking around, saw Rey walking around. What do you got there, Warmont? What do you got?
What?
What What did you just?
Oh, it's the box of the Civil War guys.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
That's right. Okay, we're again. I told you we're bouncing around a lot, guys. We've got the attention span of gnats. This month, the month of June, starting today,
Yeah.
McMurray, Warmut, and Hexy are
Hexy?
doing. You didn't watch his video? He didn't watch your video, Hex.
I know. Means he lied to me.
They're all part of a paint challenge for American Civil War. Now, why did y'all pick June for American Civil War paint challenge? Is there something special about June?
No, just Hexy was asking, do a Civil War paint challenge, and we just finished the Romans. This was in the end of April, and then McMurray and I were like, let's take a month break here.
Yeah,
and then we'll go ahead and do the
because you went crazy, didn't you?
Even McMurray went crazy
did
too.
you do?
So
how many Romans did you do? Like 72?
Total 80, 76, but then it came out to be 81. So,
all right,
and that was it,
dude. I'm gonna be honest. That's roughly a little more. That averages just a touch more than 10 per week.
Yeah. Now, I'm only looking at. I'm gonna try to do only 60 ACW because I have to build it. So these aren't primed and ready to go like the Romans were.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take some time here.
Even 60. I mean, that's still.
Yeah, we'll see.
7.
And then I'm gonna do the Battle of Peekaboo Peak.
Yeah, Pikachu Peak.
Pikachu
Peak.
Pikachu.
Hissy, what they're doing is they're just painting as many American Civil War miniatures as they can.
Anything related
the person
to
who paints the most of them fully painted and based, they win. They'll win 1,000 not J points.
Yeah, McMurray already busted out 2 millimeters again.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I got a crap ton of this 10 millimeter stuff that I got from him, not McMurray.
Yeah.
Him. Now Hex just put out a video. Was about 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And he said he'll join for every one that he paints. Warmut and McMurray has to paint 10.
Oh, that's no problem. He's only got 10 to do.
And I'm done. So
Yeah,
I got to
so-
paint 20.
Is that it, man? You can finish that whole pack, dude.
There's no way. I'm not painting all these damn horses. You send me some infantry and I'll play.
Hissy says, "Can you just do one or two?" Well, sure, if you want to.
Do whatever.
If I wasn't hip deep in my ships, both World War II and Cold War subs.
I take that back. I did paint. Hold on. I got some more. I forgot about these. I painted some. I did paint up some Louisiana Tigers.
There you go. Hey-o. Shouldn't their treads be red though?
They butternut camouflage.
Nice. Yeah, but if I wasn't hip deep in my ships right now, I would probably grab those 10 millimeters stuff that I got and work on them. But
Well, June,
there you go.
We'll skip July. August, I'm thinking about going sci-fi.
Yeah.
There-
Hey, so July's my birthday, and you should probably skip buying miniatures in July so that you can send me that ultimate gift. I want one of those prime $5 Saturday night Arizona hookers.
Oh, you kill me, Hex. So, speaking of gifts, I got to figure out what I'm going to buy from Miniature Market.
Oh, dude.
My brother sent me a $50 gift certificate today. So I got 50 bones to spend at Miniature
Let's
Market.
go. I'll shop for you. Let's see.
Of course you will. Reese says going through a Wheat, WHEEET field. There you go. So you're thinking sci-fi. Now, when you say sci-fi, what type of sci-fi are you talking about?
I don't know yet. So I'm not sure if McMurray's going to get involved in it because I don't think McMurray's too much into the sci-fi stuff.
Well, see, if you do it right, hold on.
Yeah.
What did I just do? That can be sci-fi
Oh, yeah.
because that is a miniature from
Uh-oh. All right. Yeah, Firefly.
Firefly. So
yeah, Firefly sci-fi.
I need to get on it and paint these guys up. It probably wouldn't take me long to get them painted.
Well, chicken's ready. I'm gonna go eat some dinner.
Gee, imagine that.
It's tacos or chicken.
Warmut eating chicken. Holy crap! Who'd have thunk?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm bailing too. I got to run somewhere.
All right. Well, you guys have fun.
Oh man! All right.
We'll keep chilling here. That's okay. It's just my birthday. That's all.
Peace.
No, that's fine. See you guys. Thanks for not.
All righty. See you.
All right. So, yeah, it's just we got so much going on with our group here. Anytime we do something like a painting challenge, y'all want to participate, by all means participate. It's never anything really planned. It's nothing official. We just do it to get stuff painted. I'm excited about the sci-fi month. That's gonna be fun. Because the reason for that is, of course, Galactic Heroes version 2 is now out, and got some really great things to go with that. And I completely lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something, and I completely now I remember. So I already know what we are doing for next week's show. And we might have Jay Wiley on the show with us next week. And what we're going to do is we're going to stat up characters live on the stream. And I'm going to create the episode and get it posted up on YouTube sometime tomorrow or Friday. And if you want to either there, like y'all comment before the show starts here, or over in as a comment in Not Jay's group, the Not Jay group in Facebook, or the Wiley Games group over on Facebook, throw in who you would like for us to stat live on the show. Even if Jay Wiley's not here, we'll go ahead and do the stat up anyway. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. So refocusing on Fistful of Lead. I know I focus a lot on Fistful of Lead. It is right now my go-to gaming for sci-fi, aircraft, spaceships, starships. McMurray and I thought about seeing what we could do naval-wise, but then we started working on Ocean Thunder again. So there's all that. So this gets difficult when no one's around, and it seems like I'm just talking to myself with nobody else there. I know you guys are out there, and that's appreciated. I am looking forward to working on these guys here. Finally figured out how I'm going to mount them, because originally I was hoping to be able to work it out like this, using the, just the paper clip and use the paper clip. It was just a little unwieldy. So what I've got is I've got some copper rods that are about the same thickness, or maybe they're brass rods, one of the two. Anyway, and I've also got actual clay poker chips. And so what I'm going to do, that are about, I think they're either 11 or 13 gram chips. Anyway, drill a hole in the center of those, drop one of those brass rods into it, pop that on top of it, call it good. I'll probably have it, I'll have at least 2 of these ready to go by next week, maybe some more. I do have to get some Soviet ships besides the subs printed for the game. So, yeah, got that going. Getting more excited with the gaming events that are going to be taking place, that I'm going to be taking part of. The end of this month, the last Sunday of June, going to be back down in St. Louis with McMurray to play more Ocean Thunder. Then the following weekend, we've got J3. What type of printer do I own? Actually, I've got 2. I've got an FDM printer, or a filament printer, and that is a Raise 3D N2. And that's what I print my buildings with, and my, Savo Island. And reason I'm going to come back to Savo Island, it's a bit disappointing. And I'll explain that to you here in a second. And then my resin printer is a Elegoo Mars, an original Elegoo Mars 1. I would like to upgrade to a 3, Elegoo Mars 3. I would love a Saturn, but I don't got that kind of money. I barely have money for a 3. I'm hoping to maybe get the Mars 3 for Christmas. So yeah, the Mars is what prints out these guys. The Raise 3D is what I use to print out this stuff. So yeah, there you have it. So about Savo, I got it all printed. This last Saturday, it was nice out, so I took it out. All 4 quadrants, took it out, laid down the spray paint. It was 75 degrees, a bit of a breeze, beautiful day. I go back to check on it, and it had warped. Apparently, PLA, polylactic acid, I don't know what it stands for, but the filament that it uses does not like to get hot. And apparently 75 degrees in the direct sunlight is too hot. So it warped. I spent probably an hour with a heat gun, heating it up, the edges, and pushing the edges back down, and then flash cooling it with ice. And I got it back to where it was primarily flat. I took one of the quadrants and I finished flocking it up. It looked really good. Took it with me on Sunday to show McMurray, and by the time I had got down to St. Louis, just a little over 2 hour, or just a little under a 2 hour drive, in an air conditioned car without sun on it, it had warped back up again. So I'm going to have to reprint them, all 4 quadrants, and figure out, probably use an MDF as a base to attach it to keep it from warping. Yeah, I was a little disappointed. So, whatever. I have horrible printing issues. I think I have a bad monitor screen, the glass screen over the monitor. Oh, you're talking about the print LED, the glass or the print. Yeah, if you haven't already, there is an Elegoo Facebook group and an Elegoo Reddit subreddit that those guys are very, very helpful. They can help you diagnose what your problem is pretty quickly. So yeah, they're pretty good. The reason I want the 3 over the 2 is that for not much more money than the 2, you do get a little bit bigger of a build area, and it's fast. Hex bought himself a Elegoo Mars 3, and what takes me about 4 hours to print takes him about 45 minutes. It's crazy talk. So yeah. So what type of failures have you been having, Hiss? Because depending on the type of resin you're using, it will, if you don't have the right exposure time, that could cause a failure. I currently, as y'all can see, I'm currently using a transparent / translucent resin, and apparently it has a different amount of time that each layer has to be exposed compared to my brother, and mine's alcohol clean, where my brother uses an opaque water-based, or not water-based, but water washable resin. So if we have the same file, I have to change timing on mine. Oh yeah. I don't think that's the glass. I think that's probably the LED itself. So I would definitely reach out and see what you can do. I'm going to be transferring to water washable. This is my 4th bottle of resin that I'm using right now. When it's all finished up, I'm gonna transfer over to to the water washable. It's although it's a little more expensive per bottle, I think it's going to come out a little less expensive, or maybe break even, because I'm not having to buy the IPA. I can get I was able to find 99% IPA for $25 a gallon. Now that does last quite a long time, but you can't just get rid of the stuff like you can with water. So, and I'm not talking about just pouring the water out. It's there's still precautions you got to take, but it's not as hard on the skin. It's not as hard on the nostrils. So yeah, it'll be good. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, is to get the LG Mars 3. Yeah, I don't drink it. I definitely don't drink it. It's not only is IPA not the best for mixing, but it's the resin residue kind of leaves a bad aftertaste. So yeah, that's ugh. Anyway. So yeah, I'm excited about getting more of these ships printed. I am a little disappointed with uh, how Savo. It looked great before it warped. And it's not that it's so horrible. It just kind of bows up like this on the edges, and looking down at it, it's not horrible. Um, Bunkhouse says I use the water washable resin when I use the 3D printer, and then wash the finished prints in alcohol to clean them. Works much better than water does. Huh, interesting. Who knew? Um, I think one of the things that it's with the water washable, um, it you put it into warm water and the supports just kind of the models just kind of float off of the supports. I think that's the big bonus there. Put it in the microwave. Well, like I said, Tiger Shadow, I had used a heat gun to flatten it all out, and just sitting in an air conditioned car, not in the sun, it had rewarped again. So I think it's a lost cause on working with those themselves. Like I said, it looks great if you're looking down over it, but when you've got that much distance between the tabletop and the edge of the model, the edge of the terrain, and you're dealing with a model this big that could slide under it, it's just off. Um, and me being the presentation means everything when it comes to gaming. Um, I want it to be as it doesn't have to be perfect by any means because it's not going to ever be perfect, but I want it to be more perfect than but is what it is, right? So, oh, so I got wife and I, not this past weekend, but 2 weekends ago, Donna and I went out to Kansas City for my grandson's graduation party. And had a great time while we were there. My daughter's got Paramount Plus, so I watched the first episode of Strange New Worlds. I'm hooked, guys. Um, People that say, "Oh, you're a Star Wars fan, you can't like Star Trek," or "You're a Star Trek fan, you gotta hate Star Wars." Beh, I love both. Do I love Star Wars more than Star Trek? Yes. I will consume anything and everything Star Wars. I'll be picky about Star Trek. It's got to be good. And so far, I love Strange New Worlds. It's got the feel of original Star Trek. I really like it, even though it's in the Discovery Mirror Universe or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. Anyway, um, it's enjoyable. I really really like it. The twists that they've made with some of the characters, I'm okay with. I like it a lot. There are two characters, actually three characters that you've got from the original series that are in this series. You've got Nurse Chapel, who is a pretty cool character in this one. She's definitely a 180 from Majel Barrett. Uh, so which makes it interesting. She's very outgoing, very very much an in your face type of character. Uh, really, really good. I like that. Then of course there's Spock. Um, Spock is Spock, but the actor who portrays him, um, I can't remember his first name. Oh, Ethan Peck. He is actually the grandson of Gregory Peck, so he's got some acting chops in his bloodline, and I think he does a really good job of playing Spock. He brings he does a good job, and then um, the one character there's two characters that you had in the original series that weren't regulars. You've got Dr. Mbanga, and he's a pretty good character. I like him a lot too. I I miss Bones obviously because there's nothing like Dr. McCoy, but Dr. Mbanga is really uh, a good addition to the crew. Again, this is all the 5 years prior to Kirk taking over the Enterprise. And we already know that something horrible is going to befall Pike, just as it does in the Alpha universe or Prime universe or whatever they call it. And he's actually seen his future, and so you've got that going in the background as to him. Is this when it happens? Is this is the decision I make now going to cause me to be maimed and scarred, etc. So that's pretty cool. The other character that I apologize for yawning, guys. We are probably going to call it a little early tonight because I am tired. But the other character that we had in the original series is Sam Kirk, Jim Kirk's brother, and we've seen him once in the 4 episodes so far. I don't know if we're going to see him again, but it was pretty cool how they brought him on. So yeah, thanks, Hiss. I'm old. It's okay. I'll go gum my oatmeal for dinner here later. Anyway, so yeah, it's a good show. I enjoy it a lot. I look forward to seeing the rest of the episodes as they come out. I also started watching Lower Decks. It's pretty good. It is in the Prime universe. It's an animated series, but I like it. It's got good characters, so it's enjoyable. Walkabout says, hello, all. How's it going? Happy birthday. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Long. I appreciate it. And he says, I am older, so who am I to talk? Fair enough. Dave Hall says, perhaps a redone character should be Kevin Riley. Actually, there is another Chief Kyle. They have Chief Kyle. He's the transporter chief, just like in the original series. So, it's good. If you don't already have Paramount Plus, or you can get a hold of Paramount Plus, if you don't want to pay for it, then you can borrow, what have you, and you like Star Trek, I definitely recommend it. I recommend Lower Decks also. The other show that they've got on Paramount Plus that I've been watching is Halo. I like that. I like that one also. I was unsure. I've played the games, so I know the um, what's what to expect and what not to expect necessarily. But yeah, it's good also. I've enjoyed it also. Um, Makes me want to look into possibly finding a way to print out, Spartans and other, you know, other USNC, UNSC, USNC. Anyway, and some of the others. Who else is painting ACW? I am not. It's primarily going to be Warmut and McMurray that are doing it. All of the updates will be through Warmut's channel. So if you have not already subscribed over there to Warmut, go ahead and throw him some love. I wish some of his subscribers would come over here, because we're still sitting. Well, we're sitting at 180 subscribers. So after those 5 from about 2 weeks ago, we haven't gained any since then. So, and I'm largely to blame because I have not put up any new videos of any import recently. So I've been slacking. I've been lazy. Walkabout says, I'm watching Halo and Strange New Worlds, have enjoyed them. Yeah, they're really, really good. The writing on both of them are rather exceptional. Yeah, Dave, it was at 182. 2 people apparently have decided to leave. Let them. I mean, if they decided that this is not the type of entertainment that they want, instead of them clogging up their vast number of electrons with my content, there you go. Our 15 millimeter sci-fi has a ton of Halo miniatures. Well, there you go. I'll have to check that out, because I think it'd be cool. Again, I think it's perfect for Fistful of Lead Galactic Heroes. Just saying. Yeah, I have not run down this path recently, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again. If you haven't already, head on over to Wiley Games, their YouTube channel. Jay Wiley has had a bout of COVID for the last couple of weeks, so they haven't had any real new content added. They have not done their BSing with the Baron and Steve, which normally runs every 2 weeks, every other Tuesday. I'm thinking they're going to be getting ready to. Have not watched Orphan Black yet. What service is Orphan Black on? That's going to be the key there, whether I have access to it or not. Let me know there. Yeah, but Wiley Games, head over there. Remember, when you buy directly from Wiley Games, and that's the way you want to do it, because that way he gets all of the money. It's great that he's got he's on RPG Now, I think it is, or whatever it's called. But they take a good chunk of change when you buy from them. So do him a favor and buy directly. Buy your PDFs direct. If you're going to go with the PDF route, buy them directly from him. Oh, that's on me to figure out. Okay, I will look into it. I promise. I will look into Orphan Black. Is that the one that's the one girl that keeps meeting herself because she's got all these different clones? Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm thinking of something completely different. I might be. I could be completely off base there. But yeah, when you do buy from Wiley Games, the Baroness Robin, wonderful. I actually watched a couple that was on BBC America. That's on BBC America, and I watched like an episode or two, and for whatever reason, I didn't get. I wasn't able to keep up with it. There was something going on in my life that I wasn't able to keep up with it. So yeah, I got to get back in there. So, but when you buy directly from Jay, Robin keeps track of how much you're spending, and when you hit different thresholds, you get different stuff. And you've seen this stuff before, but I just want to mention it again because they are still doing it. And that's at $200, you get a coaster. At $400, I think it's a tape measure. At $600, it's a stack of coasters. At $800, I think is the tray. And I could be off on this. I'll have to dig back in and see for sure. But it's a way to support Jay and Robin so they can continue to bring out great expansions, great sets of rules. For instance, the next one coming out is going to be Battlesuit Alpha sometime later this summer. Going to be that it's a lot of fun. It's going to be great. And then already looking past that, there's also going to be a one-on-one gladiator game. So that's going to be cool. So yeah. Chris Long says, I got my copy of Galactic Heroes. Plan on using it for Star Trek and Star Wars. Very cool. Yes. You know what? I think I need to do some away missions for, get some Star Trek figures and do some away missions. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, Hissy, I do probably already know too much. Reese says it's on Prime. All right. Well, I let my Prime lapse, but apparently without my knowledge, the wife got it. And so we still have Prime. Who knew? And Walkabout says he always buys direct from Jay. And that's a good thing. So, yeah, there is so much that I want to do. This coming Sunday, my brother and I are going to be playing. We were going to be playing this past Sunday, but life got out of hand. So this coming Sunday, we are going to be playing in Kanji City, our cyberpunk, universe that we're building. That's what this building is for. So I gotta get the roof. Need to get the roof for it on. Get it printed. I had run out of filament, so just got a new shipment in today. We'll be starting up either later tonight or tomorrow. So, Walkabout says I sell Star Trek esque miniatures now. All right, I'll have to take a look at that, buddy. I like the esque part. So we're not offending IP IP laws and whatnot. So, but Anywho, hold on one second here. Okay. Got a message from Todd in the group chat. Wanted to see what he was doing. He is out whining and dining customers tonight, so that's why he's not here. So, job related stuff, but he's getting paid to eat. I wish I could get paid to eat. I used to get paid to eat. I don't anymore. Oh well. Well, you know what, guys? This is probably going to be one of the shorter shows. We're only an hour 5 in. Like I said, I am a bit tired. It was a long day at work. The day after month-end processing at my job is always a pain in the ass because there's so much that I've got to, deal with after the fact that it's just, yeah. You want your money back. Well, you know what? You get what you paid for. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. You get what you paid for. Not from not is not. How's that for your ciphering? Next week's going to be better. Like I said, come up with who you want us to stat up. We're going to do some live stats on the show. And we're going to show how you don't necessarily have to follow the rules if you don't want to. That's where a lot of people get stuck. They think these rules are some sort of way to make level even, games, and stat up Elon Musk. You know what? I think we can do that. We're gonna have to create our own trait, though. And that's the other thing we're going to talk about is how you can create your own traits. If none of the traits that are available in all of the different books don't do exactly what you want to do, create your own trait. That's what I did with one of my characters for Kanji City. There is one that's called Smart or something to that, something like that. That is allows you a bonus to your an action. Like if you're gonna like open a door or climb a rock or one of those type of things. But I didn't want it. I wanted to be limited to just technology, so I called it Hacker, and he gets that bonus only when it's working with tech, electronics specifically. So, it's a +1 on those rolls. So, we'll be talking about that. Erwin Koenig. All right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna be creating this. Creating the show probably tomorrow. It'll get posted on YouTube. Y'all can either leave who you want in there in the chat like it is here, or I'll post something in both Wiley Games Facebook group and here in the Night J Facebook group. So put those there. If there's a character you want to see, for instance, I'm going to have to figure out Mal and the crew from Firefly. So, we might be doing him live on the show. We'll see. We'll have to see. So, well, guys, I appreciate y'all coming out for my birthday. It was a wonderful day. I appreciate it. And keep you up to date with what's going on in the future. As always, keep an eye out and, keep on trucking. Let us know how y'all are doing with your different gaming activities in the Facebook group. I love seeing that stuff. it actually inspires me to keep chugging along. So, but until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.